What's up, beautiful people? Welcome back to The Order. Marvel's Midnight Suns is upon us, and I honestly can't wait to get into this game. But I feel like a lot of people don't actually know what this game is or when it's coming out and what to expect from it. So I thought I'd use this video as sort of a quick primer on all the basic info you need to know about Marvel's Midnight Suns before launch. I'll be putting out more videos going into certain topics more in depth later, but for now, we'll cover the essentials. Let's start with what exactly is Midnight Suns. Midnight Suns is a tactical RPG from Firaxis Games, the creators of the XCOM series. This is not your traditional action RPG beat-em-up a la Marvel's Ultimate Alliance. Instead, you control a team of Marvel heroes in strategic turn-based battles using abilities in the environment to complete objectives. The game uses a card-based combat system in which deck construction and pre-mission planning will be key, as stacking the right abilities with the right characters at the right time will be vital to completing the game's most difficult combat challenges. And yes, there will be a wide range of difficulty levels as you progress through the game. I had a chance to ask the developers during a recent livestream about this, and they mentioned that the game will be perfectly accessible for those not familiar with tactical RPGs, but the difficulty ramp up for more experienced players or players simply looking for a greater challenge will be huge. We even saw one of the developers actually struggle to complete a mission during the livestream, so this game will get tough. But fret not, you'll have the ability to not only level up your individual characters, but also improve each of their individual abilities through the game's story mode, which I'll touch on in a second. Now, I've seen a lot of people label this as nothing more than a card game or a mobile-like game, and that's just really not the case. Battles are not just about laying down cards and calling it a day. Movement in and around the battlefield, character ability synergy, environmental attacks, using combat items, managing the heroic meter, there is a lot to it, and I'll explore these individually in later videos, but suffice to say, you've got a really deep combat system waiting for you in Midnight Suns. Speaking of the Suns, let's talk about the game's roster. The game features over a dozen playable characters, with more coming in future DLC updates. The game's launch roster will include Spider-Man, Captain America, Blade, Scarlet Witch, Wolverine, the Hunter, Captain Marvel, Sister Grimm, Ghost Rider, Magic, Doctor Strange, and Iron Man himself. Each character comes complete with their own deck of abilities and passive abilities that can be developed and upgraded through the game's friendship system. The game centers around the aforementioned Hunter, who the player will get to fully customize and control throughout the story, making you fully immersed in the game's overall narrative. Speaking of story, we talked about the game's combat, but there's an entire other side to the Midnight Suns experience that makes this a full-fledged RPG. The game features a robust story mode that is something akin to a BioWare game. There's a heavy emphasis on developing relationships with the various members of the team, and building those relationships will unlock new abilities in areas of the Abbey, the main hub of the story, where you can explore, train, craft, and even decorate. Uncovering all the secrets of the Abbey and spending time with your team of Marvel legends is going to be a massive part of the Midnight Suns experience, and I can't wait to dive into all of it. So when can we dive into all of this? After a series of delays that saw the game moving from March 2022 to October to an undetermined date, the game officially drops on December 2nd. And we already have some general information on the game's future content updates, which will include DLC characters like Deadpool and Venom beginning in early 2023, all of which is included in the game's Season Pass. DLC characters will feature their own unique storylines and can be integrated into the game's current roster at any time. If you're wondering just how much game you can expect from this game at launch, the development team have stated that the main campaign will have over 45 plus missions and over 80 hours of gameplay, including all side activities and repeatable missions. They've put a huge emphasis on this being a major RPG experience, so expect plenty to keep you occupied through the game's launch in December. Oh, and yes, there will be microtransactions, but they will be purely cosmetic. I couldn't make this video without mentioning that, so there you go. Again, there's a lot to talk about with Marvel's Midnight Suns, so expect plenty of videos coming over the next few weeks going over everything the game has to offer. Be sure to subscribe to the channel now, and let me know in the comments below what particular topics you'd love to see me go over in more detail. I'm really excited about Midnight Suns, and I hope you are too. Till next time, have a good one.